let me begin by saying that I like animals. I really do. I really like animals. I love animals. Not all animals. I can do without horses and cows, but that's another story. I even like snakes, gopher snakes in particular. I really like gopher snakes. They're practically tame in the wild. You can pick them up wild if you know how to handle them. You just grab a hold of one if you see it and just wait. Wait a minute. It'll squirm at first. It likes, ooh, what's that? It thinks it's, in danger. But just hold on to it for a while. Just don't move. Just hold it. Leave it on the ground. And after a while, it's figured out in its tiny little mind that it's not in any danger. And then very slowly, very gingerly, you can start to handle it. It won't hiss at you. It won't bite. And after a while, it figures out that you are a source of warmth. It's a cold-blooded creature. It's a reptile. And if you hold it against you, it goes, oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. That's because you're warm. See, and the snake wants warmth. They like warmth. It'll cling to you like it loves you, but it doesn't. It loves the warmth. And if I would find one, I would bring them home and keep them for a few days and let them go where I knew there were a lot of gophers. Like along the top of the park here, we have a lot of gopher holes. The park has a problem with gophers. So you just let a gopher snake go down one of those holes. Lunch. But I would be walking to the store. Like I lived across the street from a big open field at the time. It's been all built over now, but at the time it was big open field, a couple of good, well-worn paths through it that people would use to go shopping at the grocery store. I'd be walking through the field and see a gopher snake. What do? I don't want to pick it up and take it home and have to set it up to keep it and then go back to the store. I just pick it up and drop it down my shirt. Watch the openings down here between the buttons to make sure the head wouldn't pop out. While I'm shopping, I'd go shopping with a snake down my shirt. No one, as far as I know, ever noticed or ever cared. I like snakes. I like birds. I don't want to own a bird. From what I understand, they can be very messy creatures. But birds in the wild, love it. I had an office where one wall of my office was all window, edge to edge, from just a little above my desk all the way to the ceiling, all glass, north facing, better yet. I love northern light. Great light to work by. No direct light to get in your eyes. And the middle part, a third of the whole wall, I could slide that open. And I'm open to the outdoors. It was wonderful. One day, a blue jay, a scrub jay, they're easy to train, came to a little tree outside my office. And it's looking at me. And I know what it's looking for. It's like, is this a potential source of food? So I went out and bought some peanuts in the shell. And I came back and I put a peanut on my windowsill. And when the bird came back, it seized the peanut, eventually finally got brave enough, jumped down, grabbed the peanut, and flew off. I did it again. It took about, if I remember, 4 or 6 weeks, but I'd move the peanut closer, move the peanut to the inside of the windowsill, onto the desk. And little by little, the bird would come to the windowsill now. It's okay. It realizes the windowsill is safe, but it would see the peanut on the desk. Fly in, grab the peanut, fly off. Then I put my hand on the desk, rest it on the desk with the peanut on my hand. This is different. What's it going to do? It would grab the peanut and fly off. And eventually, I could just put a peanut on my hand and just hold it up, and the bird would come and land on my hand and grab the peanut, fly off. And it even got to the point where it knew I had more than one kind of food, because I would sometimes have corn chips in the office. And it would let me know, no, I don't want a peanut, I want a corn chip. It would nip my thumb. Didn't hurt, but it would just say, peanut? No, I'm here for a corn chip now. So take the peanut out, get out a corn chip. Bird is happy. If you want to see something funny, give a bird a big corn chip, big, like rectangular or round corn chip, to fly with. It's like a wing. It's like an airfoil. It's got this big thing in its beak, and it's trying to fly. And of course, it's changing the aerodynamics of the bird, and it's like not a nice thing to do, but it's a funny thing to watch. So what I would do for the bird is I would break up the corn chip and put the chips, the pieces, in my hand, and it would grab as many as it could fit into its beak and fly off, feed its young. So, and I had that bird for years. It would come into town when its eggs had hatched, or to lay its eggs, come to me when the eggs had hatched, and now it had to start feeding its young. And by the time it got the little birds flying, it would bring them to my office to say, "Hey guys, this is the sucker who gives us food." But I wouldn't feed the other birds because they were loud. Scrub jays can squawk very loudly, but the mother who came to my window, she never squawked. She would just kind of quietly cluck to let me know she was there. I'd be working on my computer and hear this. I'd look, there's the bird. Oh, okay. I called it Persephone because she would always show up in the spring. And I would even yell down the hall, "Persephone is here!" And people would come down the hall and they would put food in their hands, and Persephone would eat out of their hands. Fun bird. Now dogs and cats. I have a strange habit, first of all, just to get out of the way, because you'll probably hear me do it. Ever since I was a kid, I don't know why, all cats are she's, all dogs are he's. I've been doing that for years. I refer to a cat, it's always she. I refer to a dog, it's always he. I know where puppies and kittens come from. If you live long enough, you can see how they get started. In fact, I was on campus. I worked at a university, and there was this fire and brimstone preacher who would come to the campus once in a while, and in a public square, he would rail against the students for living a depraved lifestyle governed by sex and alcohol and so forth. He was fun to watch. He'd be waving a Bible around and occasionally read from a verse, read from a page. And he was out there one day just hammering the students for being so sinful. And a couple of dogs behind him on the lawn decided to make some puppies. The kids are laughing. The students are laughing because he's railing away, and then a couple of dogs are having a merry old time. Finally, he turns around and sees the dog. "See that? I wouldn't even send my dog to this college." He was a great old guy. Great old guy. Anyways, I know how to read dogs. I don't know why, but I can read a dog. I used to have some friends across the freeway. They had a nice little dog, long hair dachshund, beautiful dog, and just a wonderful little dog. And she, I can say she because I knew that one was a female. She adored me because I knew how to read the dog, and I could tell what she wanted when she wanted something. So like we would be cooking in the kitchen, and the dog knows there's food. He can smell food. See, there I go. He. I know it's a she. She can smell food. And she would come up to me and kind of just linger at my feet, pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. And I would pick the dog up, because now up, it's even better. Because, heat rises. The aroma is even better up there. And it gets to see the food being cooked, and maybe has some hope that it's going to get some. Never did, but that was our food. But then the dog was satisfied and kind of squirmed, put me down, so I would put the dog down. I just knew how to read the dog, and whatever the dog wanted, I would give it what it wanted. And the people there, you live with a dog 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, very quickly you learn how to ignore the animal because you got things to do. I got nothing to do. I'm there to visit for 2 or 3 hours, spoil the dog. What does it matter? There was a dog across the street for a while. Hated that thing. I mean, I liked the dog. I loved the dog. But it was psychologically damaged. That's the only way I can describe it. It did not like to be left alone. And the people would leave sometimes. and the dog was alone in the house. And it was worse yet when the windows were open, because the dog would bark and howl for hours, until someone finally came home, and then it was okay again. Hated to be alone. And I couldn't do cooking videos. I'd start a cooking video, and maybe I bought something expensive like sea scallops, $24 a pound, to do a cooking video, and all of a sudden this dog across the street is barking and howling with all the windows open over there. My day is ruined. Turn the camera off, go find something else to do, leave if I can, go shopping, get away from the dog. They finally get rid of it, but the dog loved me because I knew it. I could read it. It liked to be held. It wanted to be held. I didn't care. I'd pick it up. I'd hold it. I mean, it was, in some sense, it was a nice little dog. It just hated to be alone. But it would see me bark, 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 and just come bounding over and be just excited at my feet. Pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. You gonna pick me up? Huh? You gonna pick me up? I'd pick the dog up and hold it for a while. Hold it for as long as it wanted to be held. Content. Quiet as can be. Love to be held. So that's how I would spoil dogs. You can't spoil cats. You can't spoil cats. Cats spoil you. You don't spoil a cat. Those of you who are cat owners, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Love animals. Not always the people who own them. I got to tell you, when I started my cooking channel, a little while after I started my cooking channel, Mobile Home Gourmet, I almost always talk about it when I'm doing these vlogs. It's another channel on YouTube. I have over 260 videos, cooking videos on there. I was trying to find ways of promoting it. I'm not into social media. Never get into social media. Delayed even dealing with Facebook for years. And someone suggested at least get onto Facebook and try to create a fan page and use Facebook to promote your website and your videos. You might get more traffic. And because I monetize my videos, hey, if I can pick up another couple of extra dollars, hey, it's a little bit, helps pay for the food. So I did. I got onto Facebook and started getting these friend requests from people who knew me. Okay, I knew some of these people, so yeah, okay, friend. Then I started getting the requests from friends of friends. I didn't know who these people were, but I thought, okay, maybe I can use them, promote my videos to them, my YouTube channel, make some money. I mean, it's advertising. It's like free advertising. But you have to put up with things like some mom, look at what my adorable baby Douglas did today. And you see a picture of Douglas with food all over its face. Or Douglas said his first words today. He said goo 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 goo, and then puked all over itself. Isn't Douglas adorable? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Plane going overhead. Give me one of those. Give me two. Kids. I like kids. Somebody else's kids. And then there are the goddamn people with their goddamn pets. This is where I draw the line. People with their pets. For a while it was cats. Then it went back to dogs again. Here's my picture of Bentley and how I dressed him up for Halloween. Like Bentley knows what the hell Halloween is. I want to go out trick-or-treating. Barf, 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 barf. Come on. It's a dog. And people talk to their dogs as if they understand English. Bentley, you've been a bad dog today. You're not going to get any treats. What does Bentley hear? Blah, 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 blah. They don't speak English. They don't hear English. They hear noise. But they're not persons. Please, don't talk to your animal as if it's human, as if it understands. Oh, I know. Oh, yes, my dog understands every word I say. No, you do, and you believe the dog does, it's a dog. It's an animal. It ain't much smarter than a cow or a bird. Okay, a little bit, but not by much. That's going to offend some people. Hey, unsubscribe. There are some subscribers I might not want. Anyways, you get these pictures. I'm like, who are these? I mean, if you're going to accessorize, people, if you're going to accessorize your purse. Dress your purse up as a pumpkin for Halloween. Dress up a hat as a pumpkin for Halloween. Leave the goddamn dog alone. It ain't happy. It's not enjoying Halloween looking like a pumpkin. I mean, come on. Anyways, that's my story about animals. I like animals. Not necessarily the people who dress their dogs up as pumpkins or whatever. But I do love animals, and I enjoy spoiling them. It's somebody else's pet. I can spoil it and go away. Let them deal with the spoiled pet. It ain't my dog. It ain't my dog. But that's what I do. I spoil dogs.